Chicanador pays him nothing.
Chicanador cheats him.
Gives him enough for liquor.
And keeps all the rest.
I couldn't have done it better myself. And then, silence. No word from him at all. Why? I waited each day. Nothing. Why? What does he do?
He sits at his window.
All day and all night.
Writing.
Writing like a man possessed.
Springs up every moment.
Stares wildly at the street.
Expecting something.
Someone. We can't imagine what.
I could. Who does he look for? A figure in gray, masked and sorrowing, come to take him away. I know what he was doing. Alone in that slum. He was writing his requiem mass for himself. And now, I confess the wickedest thing I did to him. My friends, there is no blasphemy a man will not commit, compelled to such a war as mine. I got me a cloak of gray, yes. And a mask of gray, yes. And appeared myself, the demented creature, as the messenger of God! I confess that in November 1791, I, Antonio Salieri, then as now, first Kapellmeister to the Empire, watched empty Vienna in the freezing moonlight for 7 nights on end, that precisely as the clocks of the city struck one, would halt beneath Mozart's window and become his more terrible clock. Each night, I showed him one day less, and then stalked away. Each night, the face he showed me at the window was more crazed with each visitation. And finally, with no days left to him, whore! I arrived as usual, halted, and instead of fingers, reached up beseechingly as the figure of his dreams. Come. Come. Come! He stood swaying, as if he would fade off into death. And then suddenly, incredibly, realized all his little strength, and called down to me in a clear voice, from the words of his opera, Don Giovanni, inviting the statue to dinner.
O statue gentilissima, venite sena.
For one long moment, one terrified man looked at another. And then suddenly, incredibly, I found myself nodding, just as in the opera, starting to move across the streets. Pushing down the latch to his door, tramping up the stairs with stolen feet. There was no stopping it. I was in his dream.
It's not finished! Not nearly. Grant me time, I beg you! Grant me 1 month more and it'll be done. I swear it! Surely God will grant me that. He can't want it unfinished! Look! Look, see what I've done. Here's the curate. That's finished. Take that to him. He'll say it's not unworthy. If you grant me time, I'll write a real piece of music. I swear it! I know, I've boasted I've written hundreds, but it's not true. I've written nothing finally good. It all started so well, my life. Once the world was so full, so happy. All the journeys, all the carriages, all the rooms of smiles. Everyone smiled at me once. The king, Schönbrunn, the princess at Versailles. They lit my way with candles to the clavier. My father bowing with such joy. Jamais Mozart, my miraculous son. Why is it all gone? Was I so bad, so wicked? Answer for it, indelibly! Why?
God does not help.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
God does not love you, Amadeus. God cannot love. He can only use. He cares nothing for whom he uses, for whom he denies. You are no use to him anymore. You are too sick, too weak. All you can do now is die. Die, Amadeus, die. Leave me alone. See you tomorrow. Leave me alone at last. Leave me alone. Alone, 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 alone. Papa!
Papa! Papa! Papa! Take me, Papa. Take me. Hold down your arms and I'll hop up into him. Just like music. Up, 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 up. Hold me close to you, Papa. Let's sing a little kissing song together. Do you remember?
Reduce the man, reduce the god. Behold, my vow fulfilled. The profoundest voice in the world, reduced to a nursery.